Okay, so we're going to discuss branches. And when you're using branches, normally the theme where you're using it is that you're in a team of people that are working on the same project. So to be able to stop problems occurring where you're overwriting each other's software, you will use version control like Git and GitHub to be able to do this. And the way that you do it is you create branches for each bit that you're going to work on or for each person that's working in the team. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So if we load up a project, so I'm just coming to GitHub, and this is just a project that we've already got here. So at the moment we can see that it just says there's one branch on here, it's just the main branch. So this is just completely original, and inside the HTML we've got nothing other than hello world. So if we look, what we would do first of all, if we were a team and we decided to split these tasks up, John's going to do this, Sarah's going to do that, Julie's going to do the footer, okay? So what we would do is, as a team member, we'd come into this and basically we want to merge everything back to the main branch. This is the central truth. But whilst we're working on our code, we want to work on our own branch for that little bit. So whether we're doing the nav bar, the article or the footer. So let's pretend we're Julie. And what you do is you come and collect or get the URL of this GitHub repo. And then you go to your wherever you want to work on your project. So let's create a brand new folder and we'll call this footer because we're working on the footer. And then we'll open that in Visual Studio Code. So the first thing we want to do is clone that repo that we've got up in the cloud. So what you do is you type git clone URL like that. And now that's going to bring that down to your computer. But at the moment, we're not in that project. You see how it's created another folder over here? So we need to cd into that. So cd into branches underscore example like that. So now we're in our GitHub project. And what we'd want to do is create our own branch. So let's create a branch called, so we do git switch -c to create. So we're going to switch and create into this branch. So at the moment you can see we're on main. So let's call this one footer like that. So you can call the branch whatever you want. And now you'll see that this has changed to footer, and also it says footer down here. So now we've actually got two branches on our machine. So if we do git branch, we'll see that we've got footer and main. So let's do something. So let's just pretend, let's do footer, oops, and do hello, I am a footer. So let's say you've done that now and you want to push your changes up to GitHub. Well, you'd follow your normal process. So we'd hit save. So it's going to document that there's some changes. So if we come over here, we can just hit plus to go into the unstaged changes and then do, I don't know, new, and then push it up to GitHub. Okay, so now if we go and have a look at GitHub, let's just hit refresh. And now we can see we've got two branches. And if we look, we've got footer and main. So we're currently on main. And if we have a look at our index, we can see that there's no footer in there at the moment. But if we switch to footer and then look at index in footer, we can see that we've got footer. Okay, and then we can just carry on working like that. So if we want to come down here and say, want to add some more text. Once you've done a bit more work to your footer and hit save. So it's ready to be pushed up. So hit plus, hit tick, more new, new comment, and then push it up to GitHub. And if we go back to GitHub again, we can see that if we refresh the page, we get that add more text is there. But if we switch to the main branch, which is like our one source of the truth, there's still nothing there. So you can see how it's not conflicting. So you could have lots of branches and they're not conflicting with the main branch, which is your actual one source of truth of your project. So the next thing we want to do is to merge that branch into the master branch to get your stuff over into it.